Risk self-assessments. In this demonstration, I'm going to take you through completing a risk self-assessment. So, who needs to complete a risk self-assessment? Every RFI, apart from those with no reporting obligation, needs to complete the risk self-assessment. So, all RFIs with a reporting obligation must complete the risk self-assessment for their registered reporting type. If they have registered for both FATCA and CRS, they will need to complete a risk self-assessment for each registration. If the RFI reports to more than one regulatory authority, they will need to complete a separate risk self-assessment for each RA and for each reporting type. The risk self-assessment should be completed by an administrator, maker, or maker checker. It will then need to be checked by a different administrator, checker, or maker checker. It cannot be checked by the same person who created it. So, let's now look how to complete the risk self-assessment. The risk self-assessment will need to be completed after the RFI has been set up and registered with the relevant RA. To begin, select the relevant group from the left-hand bar. Then select Risk Assessments and click Submit a Risk Assessment. If you have more than one reporting type, then select the relevant reporting type and the correct reporting period. However, if you only have one reporting type, the relevant form will be displayed automatically as shown here. There are instructions on how to complete the form at the top. Please read these carefully before completing the form. The form works in the same way for each reporting type, but the questions are different. There are 13 questions for CRS and 11 questions for FATCA. Do read the questions and multiple answers available very carefully, and once satisfied you have the correct answers, check the radio button for that answer. You can partially complete the form and return to it at a later date, as it will automatically be saved after a few seconds of entering the data. So, in the example I'm going to show you now, you can see that I have previously completed all of the questions and just need to complete the form. To do this, please read the disclaimer at the bottom and then tick the checkbox to verify you have done so. You can then submit the form for checking by clicking Submit Risk Assessment for checking. I will now switch to a different account to show you how checking works. Once a form has been submitted, an email will be sent to the checkers advising them that the risk self-assessment is ready for checking. So when a checker logs in and clicks on Risk Assessments as I've done there, they will see any that need checking are highlighted in blue. Click the risk assessment to review it, and you'll be able to see all the answers the person submitting the form has selected. The checker needs to check the answers and either click on Complete Checking or Send Back to Maker. If Send Back to Maker is selected, then a reason for this must be entered in the text box that is displayed. If the form is correctly completed, then the checker can click Complete Checking, and this will forward the risk self-assessment to the regulatory authority. Once the risk assessment has been checked and submitted, it will appear in green on the risk assessment page to show it has been successfully submitted. As I've just mentioned, a checker may send the risk assessment back to the maker if they find a question that has been incorrectly answered. So to do this, a checker must enter a reason. The maker will receive an email advising them that the risk assessment has been rejected by the checker, and when they look on the risk assessment page, they will see that it is displayed as not yet submitted. If they click the risk assessment, the completed form will be displayed with the reason for rejection shown at the top. The appropriate changes can then be made and the form resubmitted. That concludes our demonstration of risk self-assessments. Thank you.